Please be seated. Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Patterson, University Secretary and Director of Governance. Graduations are one of the university's most important events, and we are delighted to be resuming ceremonies in 2022. On occasion, the university seeks to honour individuals who've made an outstanding contribution to UTS. Today, the university will bestow an honorary award upon one such individual. I would now like to introduce to you the people who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Ms. Catherine Livingstone AO, Chancellor of the University, who will preside over this ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph, our award recipient, who will also deliver the occasional address, Professor Damien Gurko, Associate Director Research for the Institute of Sustainable Futures, Distinguished Professor Jim McNamara, Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Science, and Professor Robert Fitch, Head of the School of Mechanical and Mechatronic Engineering, who will also be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are Dr. Lisa O'Brien, Member of the University's Council, Mr. Ian Watt, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President International, Professor Tony Dawley, Chair of the Academic Board, professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. I would also like to acknowledge members of the university staff graduating today: Torrington Callan, Mohammed Masin, Yongliang Chen, Julia Mamar and Chi Lee. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Catherine Livingstone AO, our Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. And on behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, and before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of all of those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. And I'd also like to pay our respects to their elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Institute for Sustainable Futures, the Faculty of Science, Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology, and the Faculty of Law. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support from which they've received from family and friends, many of whom are with us today, and we warmly welcome you as we together celebrate the success of the graduates. I will now ask Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to present a candidate to receive the University's Distinguished Service Award.
Chancellor, I present to you Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph. Chancellor, in 2007, the Council of the University established the Distinguished Service Award. This award is made in recognition of outstanding service given to the University above and beyond the normal course of duties. Chancellor, the Council has identified Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph as a worthy recipient of this award. Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph is an internationally respected academic and research leader in the fields of algal biotechnology, seagrasses, and the adaptation of aquatic plants to warming and acidifying oceans. He is a Distinguished Professor of Marine Biology and Executive Director of the Climate Change Cluster, C3, in the Faculty of Science at UTS. He is also the head of the Research and Development Programs in Algal Biotechnology here. He holds a Bachelor of Applied Science from the New South Wales Institute of Technology, predecessor university to UTS, and a Doctor of Philosophy from UTS. Distinguished Professor Ralph started his career at UTS in 1997 as a lecturer and Program Director of Coastal Resource Management. He was made an Associate Professor in 2003, and in 2008 he was promoted to Professor of Marine Biology and Executive Director of C3. In 2019, he was awarded the title of Distinguished Professor. He has been awarded more than $22 million in research funding throughout his career, including over $6.7 million to develop algal biotechnology at UTS, which enabled C3 to found the New South Wales Deep Green Biotech Hub in conjunction with the New South Wales Government. He's also published nearly 300 papers in both key discipline-specific journals and multidisciplinary journals. Distinguished Professor Ralph is a leader at industry engagement, working with a wide variety of government agencies, startups, small to medium enterprises, not-for-profits, non-government organisations and multinationals to deliver a sustainable circular bioeconomy. In particular, he is a passionate and committed mentor, particularly for young researchers. Despite his significant leadership and management responsibilities, he spends a substantial amount of time on mentorship in C3. He's established the Early Career Researcher Mentorship Program and has supervised more than 16 early career researchers since 2008. All of his mentees have found employment, and many have progressed to secure prestigious fellowships and to establish their own independent research groups. Distinguished Professor Ralph still maintains an active teaching role where he aims to create a challenging intellectual environment by delivering research-informed content and demonstrating his cutting-edge research to raise awareness of the latest technologies. Distinguished Professor Ralph is a highly awarded researcher, having received 2 UTS Vice-Chancellor's Award for Research Excellence. He was a key member of the International Union for Conservation of Nature Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, Blue Carbon Scientific Working Group, and a former director of the CSIRO Marine and Coastal Carbon Biogeochemistry Cluster. It is a great pleasure for the University of Technology Sydney to award Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph with a Distinguished Service Award for his outstanding contribution to UTS, including his demonstrated commitment to the promotion of a culture of research excellence and collegiality. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the university, I ask you to present to Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph the university's Distinguished Service Award.
So by the authority vested in me by the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I present Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph with the university's Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations. I now invite Professor Damien Gurko, Associate Director, Research, Institute for Sustainable Futures, to present graduates.
Chancellor, I invite all graduates to stand. Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the faculty boards in the Institute for Sustainable Futures, Science and Engineering and IT as eligible for awards and have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the boards and has conferred these awards upon them. Chancellor, I now present those graduates that are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I warmly congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have now qualified. So a huge congratulations to all of you.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the Institute for Sustainable Futures has a mission to create change towards sustainable futures. The Institute's world-class higher degree research program develops leaders in creating change and tests innovations for adoption by our researchers and partners. Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees from the Institute for Sustainable Futures. The following student has graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy: Simon David Wright, for a thesis entitled A State of Innovation: The Role of Government in the Design and Orchestration of Sustainability Transitions, supported by a supervisory panel that included myself and a co-supervisor, Associate Professor Samantha Sharp. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Simon David Wright. Master of Sustainable Futures Research, Suzanne Dunford, for a thesis entitled The Governance of Local Climate Commons. Matthew Francis Hounsell, for a thesis entitled Using Big Data from Tap-On, Tap-Off Records, Electronic Ticketing Systems to Optimise Public Transport Operations. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Institute for Sustainable Futures. I now invite Distinguished Professor Jim McNamara, Deputy Dean, to present candidates from the Faculty of Science.
Chancellor, along with teaching, research is a defining characteristic of a university. Graduating a fully equipped independent researcher requires nurturing, training, encouragement. Today we celebrate the achievements of our Faculty of Science research graduates, and we express our gratitude to their families, the friends, their supervisors, and the community that recognises the importance of research education and the acquisition of new knowledge. Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees from the Faculty of Science. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Torrington Callan, for a thesis entitled Mathematical and Statistical Modelling of Sexually Transmitted Infections and Their Impacts on Fertility, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor James Brown and co-supervisors Associate Professor Stephen Woodcock and Associate Professor Willa Houston. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Torrington Callan. Yonglian Chen, for a thesis entitled Synthesis of Quantum Emitters and Hexagonal Boron Nitride and Their Application in Optical Thermometry, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Trong Ton Tran and co-supervisor Professor Milos Toth. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Yonglian Chen. Laura Jane Clancy, for a thesis entitled The Development and Validation of Screening Test Methods for the Presumptive Detection of New Psychoactive Substances, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Shanlin Fu and co-supervisor Dr. Morgan Alonso. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Laura Jane Clancy. Karen Yuong, for a thesis entitled Novel Customizable Phases for Micro Solid Phase Extraction and Automated Biological Sample Preparation, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Distinguished Professor Philip Doble, and co-supervisors Dr. David Bishop and Dr. Narita Cole. I present to you Dr. Karen Yuong. Carly Jane Italiano, for a thesis entitled Investigating Mechanisms of Toxicity and Detoxification of BMAA Escherichia coli, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Associate Professor Ken Rogers, and co-supervisor, Associate Professor Ian Duggan. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Carly Jane Italiano. Fiona Michelle Jackson, for a thesis entitled Improving the Interpretation of the Evidential Value of Vehicle and Architectural Paint, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Distinguished Professor Claude Roux, and co-supervisor Dr. Philip Maynard. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Fiona Michelle Jackson. Ellery Brian Johnson, for a thesis entitled Freshwater Inflows to Estuaries, Terrestrial Resource Inputs and Planktonic Food Web Responses, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Simon Mitrovic. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Ellery Brian Johnson. Chi Lee, for a thesis entitled Engineering and Nanophotonics with Single Photon Emitters in Hexagonal Boron Nitride, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Igor Ivanovic and co-supervisor Zequan Zhu. Chancellor, I present you Dr. Chi Lee. Julia Maymar, for a thesis entitled Algorithms for Scheduling Without Preemptions, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Han-Yu Gu and co-supervisor Associate Professor Yakov Zinda. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Julia Maymar. Alisha Sujata Prasad, for a thesis entitled Investigation into the Factors Influencing Trace DNA Recovery from Unfired and Fired Ammunition, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Dennis McNiven and co-supervisor Dr. Mark Barash. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Alisha Sujata Prasad. Natalie Strange, for a thesis entitled Investigating the Role of the HTRA protease in Chlamydial Biology and the Therapeutic Potential of a HTRA inhibitor, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Associate Professor Willa Houston, and co-supervisor Dr. Matthew Padula. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Natalie Strange. Vitor Chiesa Taranto, for a thesis entitled Improving Detection and Identification Methods for Volatile Organic Explosives, supervised by a supervisory panel supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Distinguished Professor Philip Doble, and co-supervisors Professor Stuart Forbes and Dr. Maiken Uland. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Vitor Chiza Taranto. Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Chancellor, I now present to you graduates receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Science. For a Bachelor of Forensic Science honours with first class honours and University Medal, Eli Main, I think I should say. For a Bachelor of Science honours in Environmental Science with first class honours and University Medal, Lisa Marie Danzy. Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates from the Faculty of Science receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with a Bachelor of Forensic Science and Master of Forensic Science. Isabella Burmusowska. Master of Forensic Science, Yashvi Bilimoria. Madison Lee Diana Colmenar. Lauren Rose Colt. Nevin George. Travis James Nathan Hockwoner. Melanie Jade Auterman. Simona Policina. Nada Solomon. Lee Stoichevsky. Panarai Tien Chetalkul. Master of Quantitative Finance, Tsenia Chadayeva. Wei Ho Lo. Richard Michael Lucas. Yaroslav Mitek. Ing Zhong. Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Mohammed Uzair Kadri. Bachelor of Science, Honours in Mathematics with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Science in Statistics, T. Tan Tu Pham. Bachelor of Forensic Science, Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Brittany Diana Sanchez. Bachelor of Science, Honours in Environmental Science with First Class Honours, Ki Ven Stephen Chow. Megan Tan. Bachelor of Biotechnology, Bachelor of Business, Adam Hotait. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Biology, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Kelvin Duong. Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Bianca Guger. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Chloe Stanfield. Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics, Bachelor of Languages and Cultures, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, Diploma in Innovation, Isabel Marie Violette Anderi Geslin. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Mandy Ngok Han Pham. Bachelor of Advanced Science in Environmental Biotechnology, Anna Ambrosia Tazi Tevaga. Nikki Zanottini. Bachelor of Advanced Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Raymond Mustafa. Danny Talabani. Bachelor of Advanced Science in Pre-Medicine, Jaylin Dominic. Bachelor of Biotechnology, Rui Bin Chen. Robert James Inglis. Bachelor of Environmental Biology, Michelle Bird. Andrew Patrick Chalk. Donald Cameron Davis. Ralph Fairs. Natalie Germanos. Ezra Gibson. Gabrielle Olivia Head. John Marcus Hoskin. Saran Chris Kemp. Brendan George Lambert. Bryce Cairo McNamara. Lauren Jane Moore. Abigail Elizabeth Scarborough. Lily Sterling. Lisa Vuong. Bachelor of Forensic Science, Damaris de Jesus Aguayo Valenzuela. Hannah Caitlin Alexander Billett. Laura Blackmore. Samuel Joseph Byrne. Jessica Chen. Yvonne Du. Susan Jane Griffith. Alex Ryan Guizon. Noah Hiraman. Claudia Yetertits. Avneet Kaur. Zara Neme. Samantha Jane Reinke. Vera Shakari. Rachel Louise Sharp. Priya Esther Singh. Kai Alexander Sebastian Spears. Jessica Todorovsky. Rui Zhi Zhang. Bachelor of Marine Biology, Clara Bellotto. Mark Green. William Noka. Bachelor of Science, Ioannis Kohilas. Mohammed Adham Muhsin. Melissa Yu. Bachelor of Science in Analytics, Tuan Hui Pham. Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics, Jacob Marlowe. Deependra Singh. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Zoe Mathewson. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, Huda Abdullah Muhammad Al-Mahrouki. Chiara Amadio. Maureen Kajukom. Kelvin Chong. Haley Rose Ford. Natalie Ann Frode. Ling Ge. Amina Ham. Jessica Kranyet. Liliana Oleg. Benjamin George van der Laan de Vries. Ethan John van Hilst. Ryan Shureb. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bevan Edwin Borges. Nathan Zach Sirvis. Larissa Vaux.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Science. I now invite Professor Robert Fitch, Head of School, Mechanical and Mechatronic Engineering, to present candidates from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology.
Chancellor. Research degree programs, including PhD and Master's by thesis, are instrumental in helping us to achieve our vision to be a world-leading faculty of engineering and information technology. In addition to their passion and commitment, our research students cohort contributes innovative and entrepreneurial ideas that advance UTS and the field at large. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate receiving a research degree. The following student has graduated with the Master of Engineering Research. Farhan Anaf Rashid for a thesis entitled Development of a Machine Learning-Based Fall Detection System for the Elderly and Disabled. Chancellor, each year UTS recognizes a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honored by the award of the University Medal. Chancellor, I now present to you graduates receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology. The following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Engineering Honors in Electrical Engineering with First Class Honors and University Medal, Bachelor of Business with Distinction. Samuel Wiley.
Bachelor of Engineering honors in Software Engineering with first class honors and university medal, Bachelor of Business with distinction. Joshua Paul Keegan. Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Master of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering. Mohammed Mubin. Yihan Xu. Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Master of Engineering Management, Karishma. Abhishek Ramesh. Ayon Saha. Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Andrei Akinin. Ghassan Dayed. Dinesh Kumar Reddy Leila. Xingzhi Li. Indira Vasikova. Jianhui Zhao. Master of Engineering in Environmental Engineering, Saeed Asim Ali Warsi. Pei Yu Yao. Zijing Zhao. Master of Engineering in Geotechnical Engineering, Robert Marcin Davidovich. Master of Information Technology in Data Analytics, Alvi Rahman. Master of Information Technology in Software Development, Norshin Islam. Master of Professional Engineering in Biomedical Engineering, Kalshich Tapaki Jagan Mohan. Graduate Diploma in Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Biomedical Engineering with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Daniel Ferreira. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Thomas John Handor. Edward John Kenneth Marks. Julia Morgan. Charita Pin. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Michael John Merjane. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Joshua Benjamin de Souza. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Biomedical Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Bachelor of Business with Credit, David Mikhail. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Amelia Bonnie Stabek. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Justin Ajaka. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electrical Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Julian Joseph Felizardo. Joshua Law. Rajveer Singh. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Cheyenne Lay. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Jyotsna Arora. Bachelor of Engineering Honours with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Jackson Anthony Kane. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Business, Marcel Yukhana. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Business, Nitesh Pudyal. Brian Chong. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours with First Class Honours, Ming Yuan Hoa. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Medical Science, Aima Kosa. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours, Bachelor of Medical Science, Vaishnavi Kuti Prakash. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours, Song Kwan Lee. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours, Diploma in Professional Engineering Practice with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Danesh Chandolia. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours, Diploma in Professional Engineering Practice, Godwin Huang. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Biomedical Engineering with First Class Honours, Kelvin Kavit Chetty. Fatima E. Ismeti. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Biomedical Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Yashvi. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Biomedical Engineering, Diploma in Professional Engineering Practice with First Class Honours, Zarifa Tabasum Sena. Rana Judah. Nicole Wu. Stephanie Weiss. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Biomedical Engineering, Diploma in Professional Engineering Practice with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Robert Fraumeni. Angela Pieridis. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Biomedical Engineering, Diploma in Professional Engineering Practice with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Yok Lun Leong. Adrian Wing Chuen Wong. Bachelor of Science, Honours in Information Technology with First Class Honours, Matthew Peter Helia. Bachelor of Engineering, Diploma in Engineering Practice, Krishna Panuraj. Tay James Song. Bachelor of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering, Diploma in Engineering Practice, Raghav Panamadam Iyer. From the Faculty of Law, Bachelor of Communication, Journalism, Bachelor of Laws, Honours with First Class Honours, Zoe Angela Anastasiadis. Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences, Bachelor of Laws, Emma Lauren McCarthy. Bachelor of Forensic Science, Bachelor of Laws, Ayman Shakil. Master of Engineering in Structural Engineering, Bhavya Laxman Kumar de Troja. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Mandy Ngok Han Pham.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates.
So on behalf of all at UTS, I'd like again to say a huge congratulations to our new graduates. And just as importantly, to your family and friends who are here with us today and have no doubt given support, love and understanding throughout your studies. Finishing a degree or a diploma is a major milestone, and we don't underestimate the hard work and the sacrifices that you've made in reaching this goal. You should be very proud of what you've achieved, because your university is certainly extremely proud of you. Your graduation is one of the most important moments in your life, and it brings with it opportunities and challenges. The opportunities available have never been greater. UTS graduates are held in very high esteem by employers, not only because of the quality of the education that you have received here, but because of its very practical nature, and that's become even more important as the sort of nature of work evolves. That practical ability is just crucial. But conversely, the challenges in the workplace have never been greater. Scrutiny and the expectations of society are already high and continue to grow. I would urge you all to maintain the highest level of personal and professional integrity. Confront with courage the inevitable ethical dilemmas as they arise, and remember the caution that the behaviour you walk past is the behaviour you condone. But beyond the opportunities and the challenges, a graduation signals that you have gained new knowledge. Use it wisely and use it responsibly. Be seen to contribute, not just to take. And I say this particularly because you are graduates of a university of technology. Technology can certainly be applied as a force for good, but be alert to the unintended consequences. And particularly, and even more importantly, in terms of the applications of technology, be alert to those applications that are intentionally not benign. There will, of course, be times when knowledge alone is not enough, and you will be called upon to make judgments. Now, judgment is informed by experience, and particularly the experience that we gain through making mistakes. We all make mistakes, so don't be afraid of making mistakes, because they actually give you the best learning opportunity, and they build those reserves of judgment on which we later draw. The important thing about mistakes is to learn from them, not to stress about them. But my challenge to you all here today is to make sure that you do make enough space and time to build those reserves of judgment. Turn off the laptop, and turn off the iPhone, and just think. Think about the questions that you need to ask. Think about the answers you receive, and then think about the judgments you are being called upon to make. Finally, of course, we hope that your relationship with UTS doesn't end here today. Your career will evolve in multiple dimensions requiring new and continuous learning. And UTS is very focused on how it can support you in your throughout the whole of your lifelong learning experience. So we now welcome you into the global UTS alumni community. Stay involved and stay in touch. And remember that our alumni office is your lifelong connection to UTS. So may I congratulate you all again and wish you every success in applying the skills and the knowledge that you have gained from our world-class institution. So well done again. And it gives me great pleasure now to invite Distinguished Professor Peter Ralph, Distinguished Service Award recipient, to deliver the occasional address this morning. Peter.
Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, deans, distinguished guests, family and friends, but most importantly, the graduates. This is the biggest day of your lives, and I'm extremely proud for you. Amongst the graduate cohort, there's going to be future leaders. They're going to be future leaders for industry, business, society, and also academia. But at this stage, you're not quite sure which ones of you are going to be the leaders. I certainly hope that you have the opportunity to find out where leadership lies. Certainly, when I graduated my first undergraduate degree, had no idea that I would be a research leader. And what I hope this story gives you is some insights and understanding of the decisions that you're going to need to make to evolve your careers to ensure that you are the leaders. There is a lot of opportunities and there's a lot of challenges, and I think it's important, as the Chancellor just mentioned, is you make the right decisions and they're informed decisions. The employment market is extremely dynamic, and understanding how you fit into that is going to be key. So to make sure that you understand the three key points that I want to talk about today, I'm going to tell you to give them to you at the beginning. First one of the take-home messages is never stop learning. I think this is critical, and this has been essential through my career. Second point is to make sure that if you want to scale your impact, you have to engage in leadership. You have to support others. The third point is to make sure you follow passion. And I'm sure that throughout this audience, there is numerous people that are passionate about the challenges the planet is facing at the moment, and the opportunities for you are going to be immense. So before I start my story, I pose a question to you. What does burgers, board shorts, and beer have in common? I assume nobody has the answer. It's photosynthesis. And I'll come back to that later in the talk. To keep my talk simple, I'm going to talk about decades. So I'm going to talk about 3 decades, the 1990s to the 2000s, 2000s to 2010, 2010 to 20, and then the future. So back at school, I always knew that I wanted to be involved in environmental protection. But little did I know that climate change during my lifetime was going to become such a key driving force. Back then, we were talking about how to mitigate against mining issues and how to fix, contaminated waste that would go into rivers and destroy the biodiversity. But now, those skills are to protect the planet. 36 years ago, I was sitting in that audience with you guys, and the opportunities that have happened have been immense. I graduated with an environmental degree in biology, and it's been an exciting journey up till now. After I graduated, I took on several jobs working for the Environment Protection Agency and a few other areas. I loved the science, I loved doing the science, but I decided that I wanted to lead the science, and that's where I came back to UTS. I came back to UTS to get a higher degree. I was 30 years old, I did a part-time PhD, I graduated when I was 36. This allowed me to build my passion for technology. I had an interest in engineering, an interest in electronics. I understood the biology, I brought the chemistry together, and I was working on technologies that understood how plants respond to stress. That's the first connection to photosynthesis, and it'll come back several other times. Into my second decade, so the 2000s to 2010, I became an associate lecturer in the Faculty of Science and started to build my career. I started to work at understanding how marine systems were damaged by eutrophication affecting seagrasses. I worked on coral bleaching. I went to Antarctica 6 times to understand how sea ice algae was being damaged by changes in the climate and how that affected the food systems that supported the whales down there. I gave a lot of public lectures back then, and I got a reputation for being essentially Dr. Death. Everything I was talking about were dying and decaying ecosystems. This has been one of the most confronting things for my career as to trying to protect the environment, watching the environment damaged before my eyes in my lifetime. Having worked on the first public bleaching event of coral reefs in 1998, I have the skin cancers on my hands and everywhere else to demonstrate the damage that was up there. But now you're hearing about coral bleaching events every year. Back then, it was 1 in 7 year event, and they were very, very rare. So things are changing, and they're changing very, very rapidly in a planetary scale. Now to the most recent decade, 2010 to 2020. A new dean arrived in the Faculty of Science, and he traditionally went round and met with all of the staff. And when he got to introducing himself to me, he'd read my CV, he knew what my publications were. And he said to me, he said, "Peter, why aren't you involved in biofuels?" And my immediate response was, "Well, they don't work." And I gave him a list of reasons why. And he said, "Peter, you're exactly the person that should be fixing it." And I thought there about it. He's right. Scientists and engineers, we fix problems. The fact that I understood what the problem was meant that I was able to change my knowledge to actually address that problem. Here comes a change in my career. I was an ecologist. I was trained in understanding biology. But back then, 10 years ago, he suggested that my knowledge could be translated to biotechnology. That took a lot of work, that took a lot of learning, and now we're in a position where the knowledge that I translated earlier is now being put into solving problems for the planet. Essentially, there's great opportunities for you to understand where your career needs to go and what you need to do to change your career. About the same time, when the new dean arrived and gave me this pivotal shift, the universities were looking to establish new research institutes. And this was an opportunity where I had a decision to make. Did I want to step up for a leadership role where I could influence more than just my own career? And I think this was a great opportunity. 14 years ago, the Climate Change Cluster was established, and we've been very, very successful over that time. But I think the important decision was that I had to decide that my role was to support everyone else's careers, not my own. And this is servant leadership. And I think this is a really important learning point that few people get. They look at the opportunity of leadership and they see themselves. The opportunity is to support the others and to grow the group. So, now into the final decade, this current decade. I return to the passion that I started my undergraduate degree in, protecting the planet. It's now about saving the planet. And this is where I can now talk about board shorts, burgers, and beer. So what we've done is we've taken the opportunity to try and address the challenges of the planet by transforming industry. If we can turn industry and our society from being the cause of climate change to the solution of climate change, this is going to be very powerful. What if every time you bought a product, that product was carbon negative, that product removed the need for a fossil-derived component, and you strip CO2 out of the atmosphere at the same time? That means your consumer choice is fixing the planet. We need to change industries to give them the tools so that they can actually transform society. I'll give you 3 examples. Young Henry's Brewery, just down the road at Newtown. We've been working with them for about 3 or 4 years now, and we capture the CO2 that the beer emits, we capture it in algae, and we're making algae that can then be fed to cattle to reduce their methane emissions. Board shorts. What's board shorts got to do with photosynthesis? Piping Hot is a local surf brand. They want to protect the oceans, and they approached us to create a polyester, which is the most common fibre on the planet, out of seaweed. We're doing that with Piping Hot. Third one is burgers. V2 Foods. Hopefully, a lot of you have heard about them. They're producing alternate protein. This is going to help society to decarbonise by what we eat. And we're working with that group to provide pigments that go into the burgers. So you can see the opportunities for science leadership is transformative. We can shift society. But unfortunately for me, 2019 was a turning point, just before COVID started. The school climate strike brought dread to me when I realised that the youngest generation, not this generation here, was panicked. They couldn't see that my generation, or in principle your generation, is solving the problem. And we had to get the knowledge back to the school kids to tell them that we do have the solutions and we can solve these problems. But this is going to be a challenge for generations. You, the science, the engineering graduates, there is going to be thousands of jobs out there for you to take technology from the labs and get it into industry so that society can use it. A good example, hopefully some of you walked past a crazy green shipping container down on Jones Street. That's a direct air capture unit. That's something that UTS has developed. That's stripping 7 tonnes of carbon out of the atmosphere every year. That technology is going to be transformational, and that is what we can be doing. So, the opportunities are immense, the challenges are great. But back to my original 3 points. Make sure you have passion with where you're going. Think carefully about stepping into leadership, because leadership is critical, but it's about serving your team. And the third one is keep learning. As you've seen, I've had to keep learning all the way through my career. So in closing, congratulations to all of the graduates. You should be extremely proud of today. And I'd like to thank you all for your attention. Thank you, Chancellor.
Graduations are indeed among the most important occasions in the life of a university, and we're very privileged at UTS to have some of the most distinguished members of our community speak to us at these occasions. Professor Ralph, as you would have seen from the citation, is a thinker, an innovator and a mentor. And to that you will have seen from his speech, he's also a learner, a leader and a person of passion who wishes to change the world for a sustainable future. I have to confess, I've never thought of Professor Ralph as Dr. Death, because what I see in his work is that he brings life to the environment, to the future of businesses and the future of our communities. Graduates, I would implore you to join him on that journey. And would you join me in thanking Professor Peter Ralph for this morning's occasional address.
Chancellor, guests, graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?
Thank you.